Rellseas, sneak peeks you've definitely never seen before, part 5. First up, we have a showcase of the shark sea king and its attack patterns. Take a look. In the game of rellseas, we can expect sea kings to be extremely rare due to the fact that they will drop insanely good loot, which I'll talk about later. And we can also expect sea kings to be extremely difficult bosses to defeat that have both high damage and high durability. Due to their size, you will also probably have to team up with your crew to even stand a chance of defeating them. And speaking of size, that brings us to the next sneak peek you guys probably missed, being the Sea King size comparison chart. You might think the Sea King is small in this clip, but according to the size comparison chart, Sea Kings are actually going to be huge. Compared to the Allosaurus Devil Fruit transformation, the Sea King is like 10 times bigger. And if you guys haven't seen how big the Allosaurus is compared to your character, here's an image of that. So if we do the math, Sea Kings are like 50 times bigger than the Roblox character. In fact, I was able to find a picture of the shark in comparison to one of the Roblox characters, so here's a picture of that. And honestly, looking at it, we look like we're the size of 2 of its teeth. And once again, I'm going to tell you guys right now, you will not be able to defeat these by yourself. Even a sea beast would be difficult to take out alone, so make sure you guys gather a strong crew and be ready to fight these massive beasts when the game finally drops. Also, if you haven't watched the last part of the series, you wouldn't know about the submarine missiles and minigun attachments that you will actually be able to use in fights against the Sea King, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet. And so for the next sneak peek of this video, I found a picture of 6 of the other possible Sea Kings that will be in game. Keep in mind, this is not all of them, but just the ones we've gotten access to so far. So here's a closer look at this one, then this one, then this, and then the last 2. As I moved on through my research, I was able to find a sneak peek of a trench-seeking creature, as they call it. I don't know if this is still given the title of a Sea King, but all I can say is that you should expect to see these deep in the ocean, and they probably will not be friendly. And when it comes to all these sea creatures, the Rell brothers stated that each one will roam around the ocean on their own assigned depth level. My prediction is that out of the 7 depths in the ocean, there will be 1 to 2 Sea Kings on each depth of the ocean that kind of rules that area. I also believe that each Sea King will have their own unique power and attack patterns. But moving on, we also got a short sneak peek of 2 Sea King bite attacks and their swimming animations. So here's a look at that. Also, since we are on the topic of animals, I think these next sneak peeks fit perfectly, starting with this funny sneak peek of a bear that we will be able to see in the wild. Rellsin tweeted, "If the ass on the mobs ain't bouncing, I don't want it." Then attached this video of a bear doing an attack animation. Now I know the ass jiggling is probably just a joke, but if they added it in game, honestly it would be low-key kind of funny. Also, when it comes to wildlife like the bear for example, you can expect them to drop raw food materials after you eliminate them. You can then use those foods to create food recipes and then replenish your hunger after eating them. You can also expect wildlife to have a small chance of dropping items like bear claws and bear skin that will be used for crafting of weapons and armor. And now onto some rare zoan devil fruit models that I haven't seen anyone talking about. Let's start with the wolf zoan fruit sneak peek and some of its attacks. I also found another clip of its movement animations and one of its cutscene attacks. So take a look at this, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, that looked pretty good, but honestly, after watching that and comparing it to the other devil fruit animations we have seen previously, it doesn't really look all that powerful. Because of this, we can expect this fruit to be one of the more common devil fruits you can find. One thing I do like about the devil fruits in this game though is that even if it seems like a common level devil fruit, it still looks amazing, and you can tell the developers put some blood, sweat, and tears into it, unlike other games I've seen on the platform. And going off of this, I found a tweet that literally nobody has ever seen before that was posted by one of the game owners, rellsea. He was simply just replying to some of his comments on Twitter when I saw him begin explaining to someone a little bit about how devil fruits and PvP will work in the game. He stated, "A fair PvP based game where no matter what you use, it all comes down to skill." So if we take a look at his words and put it into consideration, even if a devil fruit is common like we expect from the wolf fruit, it doesn't mean someone with the more powerful or rare fruit will be able to take you down simply because of that factor. This means if you're a good player at the wolf fruit, you will be able to take down even a dragon user who isn't as skilled at the game as you. And I love stumbling upon news like this because it just shows how engaging and unique the game will actually be, and PvP won't just be a bunch of 5-year-olds spamming OP moves like just in blox fruits. And moving on, I want to show you another sneak peek that I found for the Falcon devil fruit. Here's the clip that includes its base attacks and movement animations. Already off the bat it looks really good, but then I was also able to find a clip of how its special cutscene attack looks, so here's the clip of that. By far this is one of the best zoan fruits I've seen so far, and the attacks look super clean as well. But there's one more zoan fruit sneak that I was able to find that is most definitely the best one I've seen yet, and it is the giraffe fruit. Not only do the base attacks look powerful, but the ultimate attack is super good as well. So here's the clip of some of its base animations. And next I'll play for you guys the giraffe special move cutscene. So if you plan on using a zoan fruit in game, I would definitely aim for the giraffe fruit. And if you can't get the giraffe fruit, then I think the Falcon would be the second best option because of its flying capabilities, which would come in handy every now and then. Also, Rell tweeted that he thinks all zoan fruit users are furries and he doesn't like furries. So I don't know if you zoan mains will be weaker than other fruit users, but just thought I'd throw that in there. And finally, I was able to find a couple of combat sneaks that I know you guys haven't seen before. So here's the first one showcasing the dual knife M1 attack. This one will be great for those of you who prefer fast and aggressive playstyles, so if you think this would fit you, make sure to take a picture of this one so you don't forget about it when the game comes out. And next, I found an image of one of the rellseas gun executions. I can't remember from where exactly I found this, but the Rell brothers stated that if you're crouched and you sneak behind an enemy successfully, it will allow you to perform an execution animation on them. So if you end up using the pistol in game and you successfully sneak up behind a player, this will be the execution animation scene that will pop up. And keep in mind, this is just an image, but obviously we can expect him to just shoot them from the back. And finally, we have this tweet from Rell saying, "I call it cheeks down, face up," which is basically just the name of this attack cutscene. Now I couldn't really find what devil fruit or fighting style this animation belongs to, but all that being said, this brings a close to all the sneak peeks for this video, so subscribe to stay caught up on all things rellseas, and watch this next if you want to see some more sneak peeks.